Okay, now I've been playing this game right here. Do you know how expensive this damn game is? Pokemon Crystal. You know how expensive this game is now?
Did you buy it?
Well, I don't just have it sitting around anymore, bud. I've
Oh,
had
I
to
have like
I've had to
two
make
like
ends
sitting
meet.
over here.
I've had to make
I
ends
wish you
meet.
would have told me. How much did you pay for that?
Well, you can do the Googling yourself on the cost of these bad boys these days. But listen, I've had to
My
make ends
keyboard's
meet
far away.
sometimes, so I had to buy Pokemon Crystal right here. Ooh, man, is
You
that a
gotta
beautiful?
tell me
Look
things.
how
I have
beautiful that
two of
is.
that. It's
Why do you have
great.
two
Yeah,
of them?
I have my own, and then somehow along life I acquired a second. So I've just
Well,
always had
buddy,
two
just sell
sitting
it and make
around.
yourself some money. My goodness, they're expensive.
I
Anyway,
mean, I
so listen, this game, I love this game. Okay, Gen 2. That one, I brought this up. I think it holds more of a special place in my heart in terms of playing the game than Gen 1, just because of my age, right? I've talked about this. I got Gen 1 when I was like 5,
5.
and then Gen
Yeah.
2 when I was like 6 or 7, and it just, my brain was just a little bit more developed. I have very specific memories of playing the game. Now, I have played, well, we'll just get into this quickly. I played 8 hours of the game. I loved every second of it. And I accidentally, the console, like, this is my second Game Boy SP I've bought this month because the first one just randomly shut off while I was saving my file, and it erased my saved game. And it hurt my feelings so bad that I was willing to spend a bunch of money to get a second SP because I was like, I just can't have this happen again. So all in all, I'm like, with both save, I've 12 hours on this new one, or 14 hours somewhere there. So I'm like 20 plus hours in, and I love it. That's more time than I've put into any game other than Claire Obscura in 10 years. And like, what?
No, I mean that's just funny. That's like it's Clair Obscure and Pokemon.
I mean,
The
Claire
two
Obscure is
games
the
that you've
best game
put.
I've ever played. It's like my favorite game
You
ever.
do love it. You
I
do love
love it so much. Okay, listen, I love this game. We all in nostalgia love this game.
Yeah.
How many more times do I have to say that before my criticisms begin? Because I love this game. I love it. I love it.
It's good. Yeah, it is.
Have I hit the
It
point where I can
is.
start my criticisms?
Um.
They're not
Yeah.
nice. They're not
Let
nice.
them. We will continue to emphasize that this is a game that we love.
What up? Okay. I love
He
it.
says, "What up?"
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a great game. Okay. Very fun. And it's scratching a part of my brain that is making me very happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some problems of this game. This generation of Pokemon, objectively,
Jake Rants.
if we're just being honest, not because we loved it as children. Like, if you would have asked me 3 months ago, I might have told you this was my favorite generation of Pokemon. If we're objectively looking at it, it's just not that good, man. It's just not. It's just not, okay? And there's like tons of proof of this throughout the game. And the easiest one for me is that it is almost hard to use. So I'm playing the game, and I notice very quickly that I'm using like all Gen 1 Pokemon other than my starter. Okay? And I'm at an age where I can sit and evaluate why that's happening. And the reason it's happening is because there aren't even that many Gen 2 Pokemon to get at this point. Like, I would
think
bet.
they only added 100.
And if you look, I bet you like 95% of people use the same, like 4 or 5 of the same Pokemon throughout this whole game. Like, everybody's using Ampharos, their starter, Red Gyarados. And it's just like part of this issue is that the stats of these Pokemon that they've added are just horrible. They are all obnoxiously slow and very weak. And like Ariados, this is my example, is like a very cool Pokemon to me. I think it's really cool looking, interesting, unique. And its stats are just godforsaken. And they've kind of done this to numerous of the Pokemon where they've made them almost unusable. And this isn't just me saying this. If you need any proof, the developers of the game said it themselves by not having any of the gym leaders and the Elite Four members using Gen 2 Pokemon. Okay? I don't have the exact numbers. I've looked it up and I did the math on my calculator last night in the middle of the night. It's like somewhere between 10 and 13% of the gym leaders and E4mons are Gen 2 Pokemon. Dude, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. You're just fighting Gen 1 Pokemon again, like the same as you were in the first game. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what are we doing? So the first Faulkner, he has Pidgey and Pidgeotto. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bugsy, second gen. Metapod. Beedrill's second one. What? Kakuna and Scyther. Okay. First off, why
Those are the gym leaders?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot this.
First off, why in God's name? Now, mind you, I'm trying not to swear as much, so there's other words I'd like to use. Why in God's name? Metapod and Kakuna for a gym leader, and then a Scyther. Come on, man. And then Whitney is your first Gen 2 Pokemon from a gym leader in Miltank, which, by the way, is an excellent challenge, right? Okay?
Yep.
Morty. I gotta pull this up, because so Morty is where I'm at. So I don't have the rest of the list, but I want to read them all to you. So Morty has
Mortimer.
has Haunter, and Gengar. What? What are we doing? And why? Because he's a ghost gym leader, and they added one ghost Pokemon in this generation. What? And it's Mischievous. What are you doing? What is happening?
Why wouldn't they at least give him a Mischievous?
Okay. Chuck.
At least.
Chuck, the next one. Primeape, Poliwrath. Okay. Then
God, at least they're two evolved Pokemon.
Jasmine, who is the next. So now you're talking, what, the sixth gym leader? Jasmine, Magnemite, and Steelix. This is again a time, like, why does Morty have two Haunters? Why does Jasmine have two Magnemites? What are you doing? This doesn't make any sense.
There's enough Pokemon that there shouldn't be doubles.
There's plenty of Listen, Price, Seal, Dugong, Piloswine. Okay, so now we're 7 gym leaders in, and we have 1, 2, 3. In 7 gym leaders, you have 3 Gen 2 Pokemon. Come on, man. And then Claire has King...
Steelix. Steelix is a Gen 2 Pokemon.
That's 3. That's what I said. So we have Piloswine, Steelix, and Miltank. And then
is that it?
Claire, listen to this team. This is your 8th gym leader. Claire, Dragonair. Wait for it. What do you think the second one is?
It's Dragonair.
What do you think the third one is?
Dragonite.
No, Dragonair again. And then
3 Dragonites.
And
3 Dragonairs.
And then Kingdra. So in 8 gym leaders, you get 4 Gen 2 Pokemon. Why? Because they suck. Because they're not good. They can't even present a challenge by having Gen 2 Pokemon. That's bananas to me, man. And by the way, of those Gen 2 Pokemon, Kingdra is just an evolution of a Gen 1. Steelix is an evolution of a Gen 1. So you have 2 actual unique Gen 2 Pokemon. That is ridiculous, man. What are we doing?
I mean, when you think about, there's probably 10 Pokemon in that 100 that they added that are either a baby form of a Gen 1 Pokemon or an evolved form of a Gen 1 Pokemon. It is
awful, man. And then, like, okay, even, let's just skip to Lance. Lance's team in this game. Gyarados, Dragonite, Aerodactyl, Charizard.
Yeah, too many Dragonites.
But again, it's all... man.
Yeah, not a single Gen 2 Pokemon.
Come on, man. Like,
I mean, you and I talked, not about this exactly, but a little about your thoughts earlier. And I think you made a good point, is that they were probably rushed.
Extreme rush job.
To making more Pokemon.
Extreme rush job.
Now they expect... to have, they know they're making more, they know that it's never going to end. But after Blue and Red and Green came out, I mean, they probably were like, let's hope this even sells at all. And then Nintendo was like, we need more.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
and it's okay. It's just like, but just like these fights are just ridiculous. Like, okay, one of the boss fights in Goldenrod, it's a, a Rocket member. Coughing, wheezing. That's his team. Come on, guys. And even like
Yeah, it's just kind of boring at that
it's
point.
all boring, and all of the rocket stuff in this game is not good like it was in Gen 1. I don't know, man. What a mess though. That like it just doesn't make any sense to me, these team compositions. It's just like, what are we doing? Okay.
Yeah. That's I
Okay.
will you know what? I wasn't really sure what you were going to talk to me about when it came to disliking this game,
That's
but
bad.
I that is bad. That is
That's really
objectively
bad. It's really
you could
bad.
yeah, it's just not creative. It's just not like even if their stats do suck, I mean, couldn't you just tweak the gym leader's Pokemon stats to make like use your
Well,
new
so
Pokemon
this is
or don't use so many doubles.
so great.
Pidgey and Pidgey Odo.
Let's get into another point here of
Y-
to that same thing about adjusting. So another thing that's god awful in I mean like truly awful in this game
d-
is the levels. So once you have beaten the third gym, if you want to add a new party member, it will take you hours and hours of grinding because the wild Pokemon in this game do not get over, like, normally you go, okay, after this gym, now the wild Pokemon have jumped up a level, like there's like level increases after each
Mhm.
gym.
Mhm.
In this, it's like 1 or 2 levels to the point where like the strongest wild Pokemon are getting is like 20 to 25. So if
Mm.
you need something, if you're trying to grind something up, it's like it's ridiculous. And now, mind you, this is coming from the guy who just said in a recent episode that grinding is good, but not in this way where the levels are just
Sexually.
ridiculous. Like they're just ridiculous. Or like, dude, Price, the 7th gym leader. Do you want to hear the levels on this guy? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
27, 29, and 31. Like,
The 7th gym leader?
but it's because they made it in a way where you could kind of do Chuck, Jasmine, or Price in any order you really wanted to. But because
Uh-huh.
they did that, they just all been nerfed down, right? Instead
Yeah.
of making them scale in a certain way, they're all nerfed down. And it's just like, dude, it is
God.
like genuinely just bad. Like it's bad. Like this level thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So that's point number 2 on bad. Point number 3. Okay. They decide in this game, listen, we're going to make a new evolution system and it's friendship. Okay, I think that idea is decent. Okay, here's the problem. So in this game, if we're looking at like viable new mons, there's very few. And for me, it's like, I love Crobat. And of course, everybody
Mhm.
loves Espeon and Umbreon. Okay. And those are some of the friendship mons. Do you know how ridiculously hard it is to up friendship in these games? I might have already gone over this with you. It is
You have, but for the shitters.
absurd. I mean, it's absurd. I went deep dive into the friendship system, and it's like impossible to raise friendship in this game. In later generations, they had a Soothe Bell, they had all these systems to raise the friendship. But man, they start at 70 friendship, and they have to get to 220 friendship. And to do this, you get like every time they level up, you get between 1 and 3 friendship points. If you beat a gym leader with them, you get like an extra point here or there. You can go get haircuts to get a couple points. But dude, you're not talking about needing to raise them 30 or 40 or 50 points. You have to raise them 150 points. It's bananas. Bananas.
Mhm.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's just, and they have themselves agree doesn't make any sense because then they make items in the future to make this simpler, right?
Mhm.
So like,
Yeah.
I've got to run around with a goddamn Golbat and Eevee forever. Do you know how hard it is to level up an Eevee in battle? It's useless. It's useless. Okay, next thing, and this will be my last one, and I'll quit because I love this game. I'm having quite a bit of fun with it. Actually, let me go back to that. Let me go back on like the friendship problem. Another problem, Hitmontop, a Pokemon I like. Do you know how you get Hitmontop? Do you know how to actually
Remind
get a
me.
Hitmontop? Okay, so so if you have a Tyrogue, okay,
Mhm.
and it has a high
Yes,
attack
yes.
stat, higher attack than defense, it makes a Hitmonlee.
Yes.
Higher defense than attack, it makes a Hitmonchan. Do you know how you get Hitmontop? It has to be the same. The attacking defense. What are we doing? And also, while we're at it, why doesn't Chuck, the fighting gym leader, have a Hitmontop? I don't know. Anyway, the next problem. So they add a couple cool mons.
Makes sense that he should be balanced though, because the top stays up when it's balanced.
It makes sense, but
it sucks,
and that's cute. Except then that the game sucks, cute. And you can't get any Pokemon in this game. So let's talk about cool Pokemon they did make in this generation.
Yeah,
Ursaring, cool Pokemon. Houndoom, excellent Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay. Skarmory, excellent Pokemon. Ask me when you can obtain those mons.
I'm assuming somewhere rather late in the game.
Yeah.
Past where you're even at.
Some of them after the Elite Four. I don't remember exactly, but always after the 8th gym. So, you want a Houndoom? Well, you can catch it at level 7 after the 8th gym and grind it for 10 hours. And that'd be fine, because then the counter argument to that would be like, well, they have pseudo legendaries, and that's always the way it goes with those. That's fine if it's one mon, not all the mons, not all the good mons. It's like, hey, you can get these when you're done with the game and ready to use them.
And like I think Houndoom and Houndour are great, but like they're not worth that. Like I don't see them.
The only thing that's worth that is pseudo legendaries. The only thing that's worth that is
yeah.
pseudo legendaries. Okay, let's get to a next one. Like, and it makes me mad because as a kid I was so frustrated I couldn't get any of these mons, and it's like, well, now I see why. Do you know how hard it is to get a Heracross? A Heracross.
I remember it being one of trouble. I can't remember exactly.
Mons they made in this game. Oh,
yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna write down another point to complain about.
I think people have sucked this game's dick enough that I think we're good to just rip on. I love this.
Okay,
this is great.
Heracross, dude. If you look up how to actually get a Heracross, it is insane. There's a whole system online where you plug in your trainer ID and it'll tell you. It's like you can't just go to an area where there should be a Heracross and start headbutting trees. Oh no, my friend. There's like a whole system in the game of like very specific trees that can contain the Heracross based off of your trainer ID.
Holy
Listen, dude, that's cute. Now that I'm 31 years old, I'm an attorney, and I have the power of Google. How in God's name, at 7 years old, was I supposed to find this? Are you serious?
7 years old, no internet.
No guide. I couldn't afford the guide, which, by the way, the guide wouldn't have been able to tell you either because you have to plug in your trainer ID. This is so, like, fundamentally fucking stupid. It is moronic. Let's go to another one that doesn't make any sense. I've almost named all of the cool Pokemon of this generation. I've almost named them all. Ones that I find to be cool. Steelix and Scizor. Okay. Incredible Mons. Okay. Yep. Incredible. Cool. What do I need to get them? I need to get a metal coat. Again, as a kid, when you're 7 years old, there's no Google. How in God's name would you know that? Oh, you want to use, again, two really cool mons? Guess when you get the metal coat? They give it to you after you beat the Elite Four. What are we talking about? Are you serious? Why? Mm-hmm. These are two of your coolest mons. And they're like,
but Jake, how else? How else can you get it? The
other way you can get it, if you're 31 years old and have the power of Google, is there's Magnemites, and there's a 5% chance that Magnemites might hold the metal coat. Okay, how do I get the metal coat off them? They're like, well, just go get the Thief TM. Right around the time you get the 7th badge. Or spend all the money that you have, which, by the way, in this game, you have no money. It gives you no money. And buy Pokeballs and go catch Magnemites. Right? And I got very lucky after 5 hours and got a metal coat. But that's, again, all I keep thinking back to is when I was 7 and I couldn't get these mons. It's like, yeah, sorry, I didn't know at 7 years old that I gotta get the metal coat off a random Magnemite. What are we talking about? They made very few good Pokemon, and then they just made them inaccessible. It's like dumbfounding how bad this is. Okay, don't worry, I've got more points on why this is garbage. the learn sets of these mons are so awful. Dude,
Yeah.
Heracross, badass Pokemon. Like, so cool. I love Heracross. Big fan. Let's just Google it really quick. Heracross learn set Gen 2. Because Heracross, okay, now here's another problem I have with this game is that the Elite Four is too weak, level-wise. Okay, so, Champion Lance, level 50.
Doubt.
Champion Lance, level 50. Okay, so the Elite Four fights go 42, 44, 46, 47, 50. Okay. Heracross
Sounds right.
is a bug fighting type. A bug fighting type. Heracross, the two fighting moves it learns are counter and reversal, which aren't like reliable fighting moves in my opinion, right? Like, just give me a low kick. Give me some kind of just like basic fighting move. By the way, reversal, the better of those two, level 44. Okay, so he gets counter at 27, reversal at 44. What types are Heracross again? Fighting and what? Bug? He gets Mega Horn as his only bug move at level 54. 54.
Oh
so, if you're trying to play the game, in my opinion, correctly, and not out-level your competition, you literally don't have a bug move learned by Heracross by the time you beat the Elite Four.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Or, same thing, I bitched you about this, like, Cyndaquil.
The good thing, though, I just remembered something, though.
I'm gonna shit on this.
The good thing about Silver and Gold, and I think was something new to them, too, that they were trying to figure out is, there's a whole nother half of the game that you can play after the Elite Four. When you go to Kanto and do the whole Kanto, and then the Elite Four there, and they're like in the 70s, I think. So maybe they were just trying to scale the game to, like, that second half. And then you fight Red on the mountain.
Well, what's crazy is the level system goes up to 100. So it kind of feels like they scaled it pretty fucking terribly. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, 100 was tough to get to back then.
Make it happen. Beat the game. Come on, dude. Of course it's tough to get to because the Mons aren't strong enough in the wild. I agree, though. I love that you get to go back to Kanto. That's so awesome. This game rocks. I love this game. I'm just pointing out to you all the reasons it's actually terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but this goes on and on and on. Everyone's learn set is awful. You just look it up and your Pokemon just have no moves. It like doesn't make any sense to me because the moves existed. They just don't have moves. Okay. Let's complain about another thing.
It's like they want you to waste money on TMs.
But even
as if like they got money from you buying
Dude,
it,
you
like
have no money in this game. It is so bananas. Okay. What was my next complaint? So today, or like the other day, I'm playing with Quilava, and I'm just having this moment of like, and this just goes back to them being rushed, of course, but just like, God, I'm pointing all this out again as somebody who just loves these games, and if somebody tried to tell me they actually suck, I'd be like, come on, man, it's pretty fun. But, like,
yeah, remember, Jake is having a good time. You haven't said
I've played the ever-living, I'm going to play the shit out of it. I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to love every second of it. The first time I beat Red is, like, monumentous to me. Okay, and I'll beat him again. I'll beat his ass.
I just want you to know, too, I'm just sitting here shuffling yellow and blue version in my hand.
That's so sexy.
No idea
just
why.
Flex.
The whole time we've been talking, I've just been doing this.
Let me get this. So I'm playing with Quilava, and I'm like, man, this feels like oddly similar to using like Charmander and Charmeleon. Like it's like the speed feels this. Where are the stats of this guy? So I look up the stats of Quilava, and then I look up the stats of Charmeleon, and they're the same. And not like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but all 5 stats of Charmeleon are the same as Quilava. That's weird. Huh. So then I look up Charmander and Cyndaquil, and the stats are the same. And then I look up Charizard and Typhlosion, and they're the same. They all have the exact same base stats. What? Guys, listen, I understand being rushed. I have procrastinated too in my life. Just literally +5, -5 on each one, and I wouldn't bitch as much. They're the exact same. Are we serious here? Come on,
Yeah.
man. Who did this? Come on. Who did this? Who did this? Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I love the game.
Maybe Game Freak's always been this way, and
I love the
now
game.
people
Gen
are
3
just
is
realizing it.
incredible. Gen 3 is an incredible game, but just like
Yeah.
I just can't understand some of these decisions. And like I'm looking through the Pokédex right now, and God, this generation is just ass. And
This is a good generation for like hindsight being like everything about something, because I mean, to a kid coming off of the only other Pokemon games you've ever played are Red and Blue, you just don't notice this. But now that we're here and you're saying all that, I'm just like, yeah. But if
yeah,
that happened today, people would would love their
yeah,
minds.
I love
But
the
they added
game,
so much shit that
but the problems
people
are like
didn't care.
bad. The problems are bad, you know? Like I've got to walk around. I don't know. And
Yeah.
it's just like, and again, I'm trying to just use Gen 2 Pokemon and it's literally hard. That's not good. That I'm actually
Yeah.
struggling to use Gen 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or that I had to catch Magnemites and use literally all of my dollars so that I could use Steelix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I love the game very much, but objectively, and I think the discourse around this about people that like really play these games is probably on my side, but I just
Mm-hmm.
didn't quite realize it because I hadn't played one of these in so long. Because I had played Heart
Mm-hmm.
Gold Soul Silver probably a decade ago and loved every second of it, but that game ain't this game here, you know?
No, no, no,
So,
no.
very different. Love it. I love it so much, but my God, did they just really slap this shit together? And it's very evident. For somebody who really likes stuff, I'm very mean, but it's a great game, but like, come on. The gyms thing has really got you twisted up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, I feel like once you said it, a lot of those I was like, yeah. He's like, I didn't really think about it. I remember it. I'm like, yeah, like Lance's 3 Dragonites. I was like, yes, I remember this. And
You
now
can't
I'm
just
like,
have slight
yeah, what
diversity
the fuck
somewhere.
is that
Like,
about?
yeah.
Jeez, yeah. You added 100 Pokemon and you can't do anything with them?
They can't do anything with them because they're bad. Like, that's the
Yeah.
truth, is that they can't do anything with them because the stats of them are terrible.
Now, remind me this, because maybe this has something to do with it. I don't really know. But were proteins and all that shit added in that generation?
They are in this game, yeah.
I think that's when they were added. So maybe that was like their way of being like,
Do you know how
utilize this function.
absurdly expensive they are in this game?
Oh, yeah.
Absurdly expensive.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, they're 9,800 for one of them. Just so that what? So you can use APOM? I'm good, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what are we talking about? No,
Yeah.
I'm okay. Thank you, though. But thank God we got Pichu, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. Just what we all needed. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Oh, wait, do you need Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby? No. But then, see, Gen 4 comes along, and they're like, actually, we're just gonna add extra evolutions to these, and they'll be fucking sick. Right? Like, they're great. Magnezone is... I love Magnezone. Excellent Mon. Magmortar, excellent Mon. I like them. I just can't believe what they were doing in this generation. And just like there are mistakes throughout this game, and like whatever. I love it. I'm gonna play it, and I'm so happy playing it. I can't stop playing it. It's ruining a lot of everything else that I do. I love it so much that I lost 8 hours of work, which for me is a lot. And I was like firing it back up the same night. Same night.
Yeah, so, you did not let that take you down for as long.
No, I love playing it. I love playing it.
Yeah.
But God, is it horrible.
Yeah. I restarted it on I bought it on the 3DS store a few years back and restarted playing it on that a little bit, but I didn't get super far.
Yeah, and God, does Crystal look good compared to Gold and Silver. Just looks good.
The moving sprites. Yeah.
Just looks good.
I remember, just love.
I never had Crystal growing up.
Came out.
So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having this slip from Walmart because you could pre-order at Walmart back then, so you were guaranteed a copy. And I just carried this fucking slip around with me for months before it came out, and then on release day I went and got it.
Yeah. I love the game, but the amount of like solo mons that have no evolutions that just suck. Like they're not good
Yeah.
to use. It's just I don't know. But God, do I love the starters in this generation. Oh, I love them so much. So
Yeah.
there's a positive.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Excellent
thing.
starters.
A lot of their designs, like, just as prominent in my mind and life as those first 150. Like,
Yeah, the designs are excellent in terms of
they're
like
great.
visual appeal.
Yes.
Yeah, because the designs now are godforsakenly awful.
Designs
Um,
aren't too bad.
they're really bad, and they just
There's some
don't use
silly ones here
they
and
don't
there.
use lines anymore. Everything looks like a bad anime girl. So yeah, this is my Pokemon rant. That's apparently what I'm doing this month.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah,
That's
that was
cool.
a
Except,
long one,
I'm
but
sorry,
we
where are we
probably
at?
all learned a little bit of something here today.
Yeah,
I know I did.
I wish I could chill out about
And
anything ever.
and sometimes when people present me with like issues they have with something, I will, you know me, I'll try to argue back if I have something. I got nothing. Other than that thing I said about like another half of the game. That's just an excuse more than it is a
But it is
um
good. I
yeah.
do love that they
Oh,
did that.
dude, the fact that they never have done it again is ridiculous, but
They did, like, yeah, like
it's
Fire Red, but I don't know that that really counts.
no, not counting that.
No, and but it gave so much more to the game,
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
it's great, and like adding Red at the end, like having this ultra boss whose levels are in the mid 80s, like that is awesome
It
to
is
work
very
towards.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about something else.